Hey, what's going on, guys? So I wanted to complete the story. Now you kind of know how we wound up in Miami. That was because we were searching for growth. We wanted to do something bigger and better. And I knew I wasn't going to grow in my business or personally staying in the city that I was from. There's just too many comforts, you know? Look at the view right here. Beautiful. It's just too many comforts, you know? Everybody is small, you know? No disrespect to anybody in that city or to that city at all, but there is just simply not wealth where I'm from. I mean, I don't know what you consider wealthy, but the wealthiest people in the city that I'm from, you know, maybe have a couple $1 million house on the lake, you know, and that's the wealthiest people in my city, you know. And it's a place called Lake Murray, and that's it. And if they were that, they were probably old. They were probably in their 70s or something, you know. And that to me was not wealth. I've always wanted to tap into serious wealth. I have always dreamed about the people who have millions or even billions of dollars. I've always been so fascinated with that. I mean, if you remember from one of my earliest videos, I talked about, you know, I was just I got into studying these people like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, and I just became fascinated with people with tremendous wealth. How do they do it? And I wanted to get associated with that. And basically, we decided we wanted to leave the city, and we wanted to get uncomfortable because that's growth. I wanted to get around people who didn't have a couple $1 million house in the lake, but who made a couple $1 million a month. That's who I want to get around. Well, how is that even possible? How are you going to find those people? Well, they're not going to come to you. I can guarantee you that. You have to go to them. And you have to be able to, you know, rub shoulders with these kind of people and let them know that you exist, you know, and that's the only possible way that you'll ever get in contact with these people. And so that's why we chose to leave the city. And how we ended up choosing Miami, as I said in the other video, was our mentor said, hey, I think you should go to Miami, you know? That's where a lot of money is. I mean, there's extremely famous people here, extremely wealthy people here. I mean, if you want to talk about wealth, I mean, let me show you. I don't know if I showed this in one of the other videos. I don't even know if you'll be able to even see this. I don't even know I can even zoom in. Yeah, it's not letting me zoom in. But that right there, you can see that right there. That is a yacht. I'm way up in the sky, and so it's hard to see. I wish I could zoom in on it. I can't do it while I'm filming like this. That is, to say the least, a mega yacht. That is, I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% positive that is Larry Ellison's The Rising Sun yacht. Look it up, The Rising Sun. Larry Ellison is one of the wealthiest people on earth. And like last time I saw, his net worth was like 78 billion, maybe even $80 billion. And at the time, he built that, and it was the largest yacht in the world. Well, it's no longer today. I think it's like the Saudi Arabian king has the largest yacht or something like that. And later on, if that is the Rising Sun, like I said, I'm 99% positive it is. It was bought by a guy named David Griffin, or David Geffen, something like that. I'm not sure if I'm saying his last name right. And obviously he's a multi-billionaire, worth like $9 billion. And if you do research on that yacht, it is worth over $500 million. That's what's in Miami. That's what's here. I mean, in some of my other videos, you could hear these cars going down. I'm on a major street in downtown Miami, I mean, every single day, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Rolls Royce, McLaren, everything you can think of is flying around here all the time. And we are, I don't want to say I'm like super materialistic, but I'm inspired by those kind of things. I want to know who owns that. How did you do that? And not only that, but Miami is a very young city. Miami, obviously there probably are, some, senior citizens here, but when you are walking around town, you see only young people practically, which means what? It means that's young people driving those cars. It's, people 25, 30, 35, maybe 40 who are driving these, McLarens and Lamborghinis and stuff. And that's why we wanted to come here. I want to get tapped in with wealth, and it's not where I'm from, And if I could, if I could inspire anybody out of these videos, I would like to inspire, if you're not from a place like this, if you're not, I'm telling you, make the biggest decision of your life. It's extremely scary, and pick up and move there. Because you can literally, I think places like Harvard produce these. They are these maps that are literally wealth maps that show you where the wealth is at in the United States. I'm not sure if everybody knows this, but the United States has the most amount of billionaires out of anywhere in the world. And the most amount of wealth out of anywhere in the world. Nobody has wealth like the United States. There are some other wealthy countries, but it's not on the scale of the United States. And so if you look at these maps, where do you think they are? All these people who are worth $1 billion, $100 million, $10 million, $5 million, $1 million, where do you think those people are? They're in the major metros. They're where all the money is. Why are they there? Because they're trying to do the same thing I am. Trying to get tapped in with the wealth, And not only that, it's, in my opinion, it's a better life in places like this, There's so much more these places have to offer than, small towns. And I think so many people get trapped in, in ties of family and friends, and they let that hold them back, if you look at those wealth maps, they're all in places like this, And I like to look around and look at that and just think about, the extreme amount of wealth that is out there. But anyways, how did we pick where we are? So I explained why we're in Miami. How did we pick this exact apartment? Well, to make a long story short, we ended up getting a realtor and showed us a bunch of different buildings. And, and basically she showed us one building that was, a beautiful spot. Almost everywhere here is amazing. And we then saw this one. Well, the first building was a much younger vibe, like a lot of college students there. And hey, that would be fun, man. Like you'd get tapped in with a lot of parties, you'd be around a lot of girls and stuff, that would be a lot of fun, But then she showed us this place, which it's still young people here, but it's a wealthier building. At the building that I'm at here today, there is a penthouse at the top, and it is for rent right now. They have filmed music videos up there. They did a Victoria's Secret photo shoot up there. And it is for rent right now for $16,000 a month. $16,000 a month. And this building has everything in between. And so we were sitting there thinking, that's who we're in the elevator next to. It's people like that. When we go to the pool, that's who we're next to. It's people like that. People who are paying, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, even up to $16,000 a month. Like, that's how we could get tapped in. So that's how we ended up choosing this building. It was a decision not based on comfort, but on growth. And so, like I kind of said in my first video, we're still getting, settled in. We're still trying to, like, we're still ordering furniture and stuff, to get settled in, and still trying to figure out this city and adjust to this new life. But it's been an incredible journey so far, and we're only just beginning. I'm 21 years old right now, and to be honest with you, I am pretty proud of myself that I had the courage to pick up and move where I'm from, in Columbia, South Carolina. I mean, that is a very, I don't know how to say, a very, like, I guess, family-oriented kind of place, which is a great, beautiful thing. But the problem is it keeps so many people there. And so many people just come up with all these excuses as to why they will never leave there. They know there's a better life elsewhere. They know there's more opportunities elsewhere, but they stay there because they say, oh, my friends are here. My family is here. Oh, it's this and it's that, Amen. The way I look at it, I get one shot at this thing called life. I get one shot. Maybe there's reincarnation. Maybe there's something else after. I don't know. But all I know, there's only one shot of this, or at least one shot of the life that is like this. Maybe you have another life or something like this after, but this is the only one like this that I have, and the only one that I have for certain. And I got to make the best of it. I have to figure out how to go where I am from, not coming from wealth. Like I said, I don't want to put off the wrong perception. I'm not from poverty. I'm not from starving or anything like that. I had a great childhood, but I'm not from wealth. And how do I go from there to where I want to be? What I described in the first video of wanting more, wanting to be able to make an impact, man. I want to have purpose. I want to have a reason as to why I'm here. I want to feel like I'm fulfilling something. I want to feel like I'm headed towards something. I never wanted to be somebody who is just going day in and day out. That's not what I want to be. That's not how I want to live my life, I've heard friends in the past say before that, that their parents have worked for, like I had a friend, and he told me about a conversation he had with his dad, and he said that his dad said that he had worked for like 30 years, 35 years, or something of the sort, and had nothing to show for it. Because he, like the vast majority of people, not just in America, but the world, have nothing to show for it because they just get their money. It's the same amount of money every time. It never increases, or it only increases enough to, keep up with inflation practically. And they pay their rent, they pay their mortgage, they pay their bills, and they're back at zero, and they got to get that next paycheck to continue to do what they're doing, They're not growing. So anyways, that's kind of a fast version of the story of how we are to where we are now. And I will keep you updated. I know there is a lot to come. We are starting new ventures right now. We are planning on scaling what we already have. And I'll keep you guys updated, man. But it's going to be a wild ride. Figuring this city out. Figuring out how to thrive in this city. And man, I'll keep you guys updated. Much love. Appreciate it.